how to make your car last 300,000 miles. If you do this, most cars don't die from bad engineering. They die from one habit drivers repeat every single day without realizing it. Here's the part that should worry you. The same engines that fail at 120,000 to 150,000 miles in normal ownership are quietly reaching 300,000 miles and beyond in the hands of drivers who know one thing most people never learn. Same engine, same materials, same technology, but completely different outcome. And if you get this wrong, the repair bill isn't a few $100s. It's $5,000 to $10,000, sometimes more. By the end of this video, you'll understand why mileage doesn't actually kill engines, the silent habit that causes most early engine failures, and the one thing longtime mechanics do that most drivers never think to do. Stay to the end, because the final reveal is the habit people least expect, and it's the one that quietly decides whether your engine lives or dies early. Section 1. Why 300,000 miles isn't rare, but feels impossible? Let's reset expectations. A modern engine is fully capable of lasting 300,000 miles. Not theoretically, not under perfect conditions, in real, daily driving. Mechanics see this all the time. Fleet vehicles, taxis, delivery cars, privately owned cars driven by disciplined owners. So why do most cars never get there? It's not because engines are fragile, it's because ownership habits are. Engines don't fail suddenly, they degrade quietly, one small mistake at a time. Section 2. The biggest myth that kills engines. Here's the myth almost everyone believes. If I follow the manual and fix things when they break, the engine will last. That mindset is the reason most engines don't make it past 200,000 miles. Owner's manuals are written for emissions compliance, warranty coverage, average ownership length. They are not written for maximum engine lifespan. Long-life engines are not maintained reactively, they're maintained preemptively. That difference alone separates 150,000 cars from 300,000 cars. Section 3. How mechanics really think about engine life. When experienced mechanics talk privately, they don't ask, how many miles does this engine have? They ask, how was it warmed up? How clean is the oil? How stable is the temperature? How often was oil level checked? How early were small problems addressed? Mileage is just a number. Treatment is everything. This is why a neglected 90,000-mile engine can be worse than a well-maintained 220,000-mile one. Section 4. The silent damage nobody notices. Here's what actually kills engines early. Cold start stress, oil breakdown, low oil level, fuel dilution, repeated thermal shock. None of these trigger warning lights early. None feel dramatic when they happen. Damage accumulates quietly until one day it's irreversible. And most drivers never connect the failure to the habit that caused it years earlier. The one habit that matters more than all others. If you ask 10 veteran mechanics what separates a 300,000-mile engine from a 150,000-mile engine, most would give different answers. But listen carefully, and you'll hear the same idea underneath all of them. The engines that last are the ones that never run low on oil and never run degraded oil. Not occasionally, not most of the time. Always. That's the habit most drivers don't have. Section 5. Why oil fails. Long before engines do. Oil does 4 jobs at once. Lubricates moving parts, carries heat away, suspends contaminants, protects metal surfaces chemically. The problem is this. Oil degrades gradually, but wear accelerates exponentially once oil chemistry breaks down. Fuel dilution, moisture, soot, heat cycles, these don't cause instant failure. They slowly weaken oil's protective film, and when that film gets thin, metal starts touching metal. That's where engines lose years of life without making a sound. Section 6. Why, on time, oil changes aren't enough. Most drivers think, I change oil on time, I'm safe. But here's what experienced mechanics know. 2 cars can change oil at the same interval and have very different engine wear. Why? Because driving conditions matter more than mileage. Short trips, cold starts, stop and go traffic, heat, idle time. All of these destroy oil faster, even high-quality synthetic. That's why engines that live in cities often wear faster than highway cars, even with fewer miles. Section 7. The low oil problem. Nobody sees coming. Modern engines consume oil, not because they're broken, but because piston rings are thinner, tolerances are tighter, emission systems allow controlled consumption. Half a quart every 2,000 to 3,000 miles is common and usually invisible. Here's the danger. Low oil level almost never triggers a warning light early. By the time a light comes on, damage has often already started. Mechanics see this constantly. Engines that mysteriously spun bearings or burned oil excessively. The real cause? They were quietly run low for years. Section 8. What 300,000-mile owners do differently. Owners who reach 300,000 miles don't guess. They check oil level between changes. Top off early, not late. Shorten intervals when driving conditions are harsh. Use oil that stays stable under heat. This isn't obsessive, it's disciplined, and it takes less than 2 minutes every few weeks. That tiny habit saves engines for decades. Section 9. The psychology that kills engines. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Humans are bad at preventing silent problems. We respond to warning lights, noises, obvious symptoms. But engines die from things you can't feel. That's why people are shocked when an engine fails out of nowhere. It didn't. It was warning you quietly for years. Section 10. What this costs if you ignore it? Let's anchor real money. Ignoring oil condition and oil level can lead to timing chain wear, camshaft damage, bearing failure, oil consumption issues. These repairs don't start at $300. They start at $3,000 and climb fast, all because of a habit that costs almost nothing to fix. Section 11. Why cold starts decide engine life. Here's a fact backed by SAE research and confirmed by teardown inspections. Most engine wear happens in the first few minutes after startup. Not at redline, not on the highway, not under load, right after you turn the key. At startup, oil is thick and slow, metal parts are contracted, clearances are tight, lubrication hasn't fully reached critical surfaces yet. This is where engines quietly lose lifespan, every single day. Section 12. The 2 wrong ways. Drivers handle cold starts. Most drivers fall into one of 2 damaging habits. Mistake number 1, long idling. People think idling warms the engine safely. In reality, oil pressure rises quickly, but oil temperature stays low. Fuel dilution increases. Condensation builds in the oil. Idling warms the coolant, not the oil. This actually increases long-term wear. Mistake number 2, immediate hard driving. The opposite extreme is just as bad. Cold oil doesn't protect well under load. Hard acceleration? On cold oil causes piston scuffing, cam lobe micro wear, bearing stress. You won't feel it, but the engine remembers it. Section 13. How 300,000-mile drivers do it right. Drivers who reach extreme mileage follow a simple rule. Start the engine, wait 10 to 20 seconds, then drive gently. No revving, no hard acceleration, no high RPM. Just light throttle until oil temperature rises, clearances normalize, lubrication stabilizes. This minimizes wear without wasting fuel or time. It's not about babying the engine, it's about respecting physics. Section 14. Why heat management matters more than RPM. Engines tolerate RPM well. They tolerate heat poorly. Excess heat breaks down oil faster, hardens seals, accelerates wear everywhere. Drivers who push engines hard before oil is warm create uneven thermal expansion. That's how engines develop. Oil consumption, noisy valve trains, premature bearing wear. Slow warm-up equals long life. Section 15. The shutdown mistake that undoes everything. Here's another habit that kills engines quietly. Hard driving, then immediate shutdown. After highway speeds or heavy load, oil is hot, components are expanded, heat is trapped internally. Shutting down instantly stops oil circulation. Heat soaks into bearings, turbo housings, if equipped, valve train components. This accelerates oil breakdown and varnish formation. Long life owners, drive gently for the last minute, let temperature stabilize, then shut down. That 1 minute matters. Section 16. Why this is never explained clearly. Manufacturers don't emphasize this because it's behavioral, it can't be standardized, it doesn't sell features. But mechanics see the difference clearly. Engines driven with thermal awareness age slowly. Engines abused thermally fail early. Same engine, same oil, different habits. So far, you've learned why oil condition and level matter most, why cold starts cause the majority of wear, why warm-up behavior quietly adds or subtracts years. In the final part, we're going to connect everything. I'll show you the small daily habit that multiplies all these benefits, why warning lights are too late, and the exact mindset shift that allows some owners to hit 300,000 miles without rebuilding. This is the part almost nobody expects. If there's one habit that quietly multiplies every other good practice, it's this. Engines that last 300,000 miles are observed, not trusted blindly. Owners don't wait for warning lights, strange noises, dashboard messages. They check oil level, coolant condition, leaks, changes in behavior, not obsessively, just consistently. That awareness catches problems before they become failures. Section 17. Why warning lights are always late. Warning systems are designed to protect emission systems, prevent immediate catastrophic damage. They are not early warning systems for longevity. By the time oil pressure lights come on, temperature lights appear, misfire codes trigger, wear has often been accumulating for thousands of miles. Long life owners don't outsource awareness to sensors alone. They verify. Section 18. The simple weekly check that saves engines. Here's the boring habit that saves engines. Once every few weeks, check oil level, glance at coolant, look under the car. That's it. This catches slow oil consumption, early coolant leaks, seal seepage, developing problems. It takes less than 2 minutes, and it prevents four-figure repairs. And Section 19. Why small leaks destroy big engines. Most catastrophic failures start small. Valve cover seepage, oil pan weeping, coolant hose sweating. Ignored, these lead to low oil events, overheating, contamination. Addressed early, they cost very little. 300,000-mile engines aren't lucky. They're monitored. Section 20. The long life mindset. Here's the mindset shift. Stop asking, how long can I get away with this? Start asking, what keeps wear lowest per mile? That one change alters. Oil choice, driving behavior, maintenance timing. Engines reward consistency, not heroics. What this really comes down to. Reaching 300,000 miles isn't about exotic oil, expensive parts, special engines. It's about clean oil, correct oil level, controlled heat, gentle transitions, early observation. None of this is exciting. None of it is expensive. But together, it's devastatingly effective. Most engines that fail early were never abused. They were neglected quietly. They ran low once. They overheated slightly once. They were cold revved thousands of times. No single event killed them. The accumulation did. Now I want you to think honestly. When was the last time you checked your oil level? Do you warm the engine gently? Are you driving for convenience or for longevity? Drop a comment with your car's mileage, how long you plan to keep it, and which habit you're going to change first. Because the difference between a 150,000-mile car and a 300,000-mile car usually comes down to one quiet decision made every day.